Yeah, baby, we're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started, before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. What's up, everybody? We're back in the studio live on Patreon, and we're at the Comedy Cellar Studios. You guys ever been on TV before? Were you lost up looking at my camera? I'm just introing the show, and you guys are looking around like
who's he looking
No, I
at?
thought you looked at something special.
I'm looking
me
at
too.
my camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guys, we're live at the...
what was that?
What is this?
Oh, time's up. Hey, thank you for listening.
Goodbye, guys. That's Voss's heart. Oh, you don't got nothing. You fucked me up. Guys, we're above the Comedy Cellar at the Comedy Cellar Studio, YKWD. Very special show. We've been having computer problems, so if it dies in the middle of a Patreon, I am so sorry. It will be out early for you guys, but we're going to try to keep it going. All right?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm blocking your camera.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, Danny, I mean, we have a special show tonight. I'm very excited about this show.
Why?
It's kind of not because of
Jews?
you. Two Jews. Danny, who do we got?
We have the great Rich Vos and Danny Lobell.
the bell. And first of all, I
Sorry, hang
feel
on one
bad
second.
because
I'm sorry, dude.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. And why is he not great? Why is Danny not great?
I feel bad because I think I was mean to
Terrible.
Danny years ago. Like
We were all mean to Danny
No, but
years ago.
He was like the first one to have like a podcast, and he used to say,
At a radio show.
he used to say, "Come on," but he always used to say, "I had Carlin." That was his.
No,
right.
What's this beeping?
What is that?
Danny.
Are you?
I always wanted Rich.
It's because when there's too many Jews around, it goes off.
I thought
It's
you
my-
were. I
it's
thought
my-
you were.
no.
I thought
It's
you were
my-
backing up.
It's my Jew detector. It's my Jew detector. I got it from Dave Smith.
Did I ever
And-
do it?
I don't think so, but I'll tell you this. First of all, I don't remember you being mean to me.
Well, I wasn't mean, but I probably.
But yeah, I always remember you being really nice to me. both
I
of
was
you guys.
nice.
But
No, we were always nice to you, but you were always. I mean, we fucked with you, of course.
well, yeah, that's-
But you were ahead of the curve.
yeah.
People don't know this.
Yeah.
You had a radio show at a college, and you were going out and just getting famous people on.
Right.
And it's almost like one famous person got another.
Didn't you
and
have
then
Carlin?
You had,
We had Carlin. I called Rich the day we had Carlin because I was like, I kept trying to get Rich on the show.
yeah,
I
talking
was
to
like,
the mic,
that's a
yeah.
good
I
incentive.
mean, for the guy who started all this, you really suck at it right now.
Wait, you had Carlin and you called me?
I called you that day because I thought, oh, maybe that'll get him in, you know? So I said, hey, you want to be the other guest with Carlin?
And he said
And
no.
he said, I don't want to leave the house. He still says the same thing tonight. He doesn't like leaving the house.
You wouldn't leave the house to be on a show with Carlin?
I didn't think it was real.
Really?
Probably not.
I probably didn't think it was real.
Well, it is whack because you were this fucking little chubby dude who had a show, but you,
Right.
But he was hustling.
he had Patrice on it all the time. I would go on.
Yeah.
You went on it?
Oh, yeah.
course
He was
I
on
did.
a bunch of times.
Oh, I would go on all the time because
Yeah.
here's the thing too is that Danny, people don't know this. Andrew Schultz was like his intern.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Andrew Schultz was his intern.
He's doing better.
And Graham K. Even more impressive.
Really?
Who's
Yeah.
Graham K?
Nobody knows who Graham K is. Who's Graham K?
You don't know Graham K?
Now bring up Graham K.
Who's Graham
Graham
K?
K is a very funny Canadian guy. I wasn't saying it to like knock him or anything. I
Nah,
love
we're
Graham.
laughing because you said Canadian.
Yeah, well, he's Canadian.
We're laughing because we only believe in American.
He tours with Nate now, Graham K.
Oh, okay.
He's good. He's really
Who's
good.
Nate?
Bargatze.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you meant.
But Graham is terrific.
I don't know something about Canada.
Who's this guy? There he is.
I married-
Oh, I fucking. He's
I
great.
know him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Graham
just
K.
don't know him as Nate.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
what
him.
is his name? Graham.
Graham K.
I know him as
I know
late
Graham.
night.
But yeah, him and Schultz, both at the same time.
Is that? Have you talked to Schultz?
I haven't
since?
talked to him in a long time now. I mean, we never had a falling out, but
Did he just stop? You left.
Well, the internship wasn't forever, so he was there for I think a year and a half, and then new people came in.
And now you were out of college?
So I was at Baruch College, and then we started podcasting.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Yeah.
Amotzi lech hamingo horetz.
Yeah,
Fuck you, dude.
Not bad.
First of all,
I'm not bad. I'm fucking Irish Catholic from Boston.
Right, yeah.
If I should get a
they
fucking
just have
Star
prot-
David.
Yeah.
didn't they
Nowadays
have
we'll take what
major
we can get.
protests at Baruch? Didn't they take
Probably,
over there?
but that's
Yeah,
Bernard M. Baruch, who the
No,
college
Bernard.
was named after, was a big self-hating Jew, so it's kind of appropriate.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, it's kind of appropriate they would have anti-Jewish stuff at his college.
I call them the house Jews.
House Jew.
But you did this radio show before anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I think before I had a podcast, but
Yeah. We was podcasting before you.
yeah.
Keith the girl was his intern.
Keith and the Girl, I think, started a few weeks after us, and they were the only other podcast that I knew of.
And but something just what? Danny, I can't read this. What is this?
It's hopefully
That's
it's a
the sheet because
suicide
the printer's
note.
not working.
What do you say?
Oh, the TV's not working.
No, the printer's not working. So I sent you
What's
the text.
happening? Can we just get? I hate this.
Why do you have to print stuff?
Yeah, he prints stuff and he didn't print it because it's broken.
What is it? Notes?
It's everything for the show.
Oh, like reads.
It's everything for the show. But here's the thing. He just texted it to me, and I don't know what the fuck's going
But
on.
shouldn't this
I
be
was just-
prepared before you come in?
I give a little shout out to the guy sitting in the background.
Yeah.
He's the next generation. He's a young comic here in New York
Of what?
of comics.
It's the next generation comic. I don't
He's
know.
the next generation of guys who you'll know.
Okay,
We're
what's your
talking
name?
About
What's his
Andrew
name?
Schultz. His name is Guy Knoll.
right.
And he's in NYU and he's doing stand up and he's sharp.
So why don't we have this fucking?
Yeah, I don't know what
piece
you're
of
doing
shit
with
on?
me here.
I didn't know you. Why you get off and let us
But-
have the next gen?
Yeah.
you're fucking
But
finished.
this guy,
What are you having you on for? You got kids. You're done.
yeah, I'm done. I'm cooked.
Andrew Schultz doesn't even talk to you.
Yeah,
He doesn't talk to us.
does he not?
No, of course he does.
Yeah, he's around, isn't he?
I'm gonna call him right now.
He's in Miami.
I'm gonna see.
Okay.
If he picks up, we'll know where I'm at with Andrew right now.
He'll pick
All
up
right.
for me.
He will.
No.
Yeah. All right. So I'll call first, and then
Yeah.
if he doesn't pick up, then you call. All right.
But I'm not going to wait.
Hang on. This is probably not his number anymore. Hang on. Here we go.
He's probably hanging out with some pro basketball players.
What the fuck is that? Did you drink some of it? Why? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
That's at least.
Your
Well-
call has been forwarded to voicemail.
I got
the
pushed to
person you're trying
voicemail.
to reach is not
Wow.
available. At the
All right.
tone, please record your message. When you have finished
cool, dude.
recording, you may hang up.
See where? All right, Schultz. I get it. Live on my show, I called you just to see where we're at, and you fucking really let me know. 3 rings, push right to fucking voicemail. I got Rich Vos on here, and I got Danny Lobell. You remember him? Your boss before when you were nothing. Remember that? When you were fucking nothing, and we were coming, and you were like, Mr. Kelly, would you like a water? And now you're big swinging it down in Miami. You're on WWE. You're fucking. All right, listen, buddy. I still love you, but I mean, you really what? What do you say yuck for?
Who says I love you?
I do. I say it. I'm Italian.
It's the worst thing in the world
You know
to
what?
say.
No, because nobody loves you, Voss.
Yeah.
Everybody hates you.
I just learned how to say it to my kids.
Oh God. All right, later, Drew. All right. Well, there you go.
Well, he's doing good. Yeah.
Dude, doing good. He's a fucking multimillionaire.
Yeah,
Running
yeah,
around.
A big deal.
What do you mean?
I used
big
to take
deal.
him. I used to take Andrew to open for me, doing stand up.
How could two openers do a show?
Yeah, well,
Why would you say that? Why would you do that? Why would you do
we
that?
did a show at this place in Danbury, Connecticut. It was a rock club called Billy Baloney's. It was one of the craziest shows.
Billy Baloney.
Did you do it because they give you bologna?
Yeah, well, that's how they hooked me. But
If you come, we give bologna.
but it was like all skinheads at this thing, And you know Matty Goldberg. It was me, Matty Goldberg, and Schultz. Schultz was we brought him. He hosted, and 2 Jews. And these guys come back. The guy Billy from Billy Baloney's comes back to the green room. He goes, "All right, you guys aren't in the city anymore." He starts saying like every racial word. He goes, "Here, we don't give a crap." He goes, "You say the N word, you say spick, you say chink, anything you want."
It's still the same thing, by the way.
Right. So he goes, "We like that stuff." So Matty goes out first, and Matty kind of looks like Woody Allen. You know, he looks very Jewish. they wouldn't let him get through one joke. They're just yelling out stuff, but it wasn't even like really good anti-Semitic stuff. They just yell like Hanukkah. He like start doing a joke and they all start yelling Hanukkah, you know. And then when I went out, they thought I was Italian, so at least I skated by on that. But the best part about this,
Because you went out like this. Why you guys are messing with my friend?
yeah, why you bottom my guy?
He's a Jew, but you're Jews. We need the Jews too. We're never gonna get our necklaces. We're never gonna get a raise to marry our women. My name is Danny Lobell.
I had an audience once. They were yelling.
What?
I had an audience once yelling "boo," but I thought they were yelling "Jew."
Oh, really?
They were yelling "boo," which I was.
You had that audience.
Yelled "Jew."
You had that audience more than once, by the way.
So at the end of the show, they said we wanted to get paid and get the hell out of there because it was like, oh, you know, skinhead guys. So we're like, let's get the money. They're like, well, you got to hold on a second, guys. We have a birthday in the crowd. They come out with a ho-ho with a candle in it for this girl. Her head was concaved in. And we're like, you know, so we find out what happened. She's there with her boyfriend.
She dated a Jew?
Her boyfriend accidentally shot a piece of her skull off.
What?
And she stayed with him, you know, and she's
Well,
like,
she-
yeah, we worked it out. But her head was then we all, I think that was the first gig I took Andrew on.
Yeah, you were. She stayed with him because she can't speak.
She stayed with him 'cause she didn't want the
I
others-
want to leave. She's just like, how you doing, baby?
We fixed things. And then her reward for staying with him was a ho-ho for her birthday. And
Wow, she can't eat a whole one.
She couldn't put a
Fucking
wig on
half
it
a
or
head.
something?
She eats it. She goes right into a tube in her stomach.
Yeah.
There was a dude in my school, good-looking guy, black dude, very athletic, and one of the gangsters by accident shot half of his face with a shotgun, the pellets. So
By accident?
yeah, it went off.
What gangster? Like the black dude?
Yeah, in my town. I'm not saying
Shot it half his face off?
not off, but you can see all the where the
Ugh.
pellets went. Like,
What'd they do? One more time. Come on. I mean, that is perfect Foley work.
Yeah.
I can see the shotgun. That's the sound a shotgun makes.
yeah, the pellets when they're flying
Pellets.
by.
When if you slow, if you yeah, that's in Clint Eastwood movies, right?
Yeah.
Good.
So, but wait, were you working You were working some of the clubs here, right?
Yeah.
You were working all the clubs.
Yeah.
The one thing I remember when you were leaving, you did this fucked up. You were one of the first comics to do crazy shit on video, kind of viral, weird shit that would jeopardize your career.
Yeah.
And you did this show for HBO. I believe it was HBO or Cinemax or Showtime. And it was the cultural appropriation. It was for races.
Oh, right. No, NBC.
And you pretended to be
A racist South African comedian. So they did NBC
Yeah, that's
Stand
it.
Up for Diversity. So it was at Caroline's. And it's an all-black show. So I thought I'll go up.
Spanish. It was Spanish. Eric Rivera was like, they had Spanish, they had black, they had all kinds
was
of
during the festival.
It was diversity. It was because back then most comics were white dudes.
That was the first time I heard of comedy for diversity.
So
What year was that?
I don't remember. A long time ago. I have no concept of years. But
That'd be like 2000 something.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's so weird because they had to do these special shows for diversity.
Right.
Because there was no diversity.
So I thought it was, I didn't understand anything what was going on. I still don't know what's going on, but I didn't realize where the culture was going. And I'm like, why are they segregating this show? Like, why would they have a black show? Why wouldn't it just be everybody, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, diversity. They go, oh, diversity means black people. I'm like, why shouldn't it be diverse? Like you have one of every kind of person.
Sure.
So like that's where my mind was. So I was like, oh, all right. So I thought that this is ridiculous. I'm gonna prank it, So I went and I did this racist South African guy named Melton.
This
And
is
I
like
went up there.
2 weeks after Mandela was released.
And I'm like, what did I say? I go, Obama had just been elected. So I said, like, all right, so we're all excited that we've got a black father of the country now, huh? But you know what black fathers do, right? They leave. So I don't give this much time. And then like, there's all black crowd. So they're like, oh, and then I go, come on, people, the apartheid's over. We can have a laugh now, can't we? And then that did really well. Anyway, I won over the crowd, and it was pretty good. And Chris Iacona was there, like, secretly taping it. So we put it up on YouTube, and it went viral. And then I got, like, NBC's lawyers went after me. They're like, you're not allowed to, you signed an NDA, or... you're gonna ruin your career. If you ever want any chances with, they're like threatening me with Lauren Michaels. They're like, if you ever want a chance with your career, I wouldn't want to piss off the network that works with Lauren Michaels and everything else. So anyway, we pulled it down.
You pulled it. You still have it though.
I still have it. Yeah.
You gonna put it back up now?
You think I should?
Yes. On this episode. Will you send it to Danny?
I got to dig it up. I have it somewhere.
Dig it up, buddy. I remember watching that, and I was like, Danny has big balls. Because everybody back then, you do these showcases. And your career was in the hands of these people, and they could, literally, you could walk out of there being the next big thing. Not like he is, because he's the next big thing.
When I was in Aspen, okay, so we went to Aspen, and my manager at the time says,
explain what Aspen is, because you just went to skiing.
Comedy festival, Aspen Comedy Festival. There was Montreal, but now Aspen is the big festival. It's in Aspen, all the money. So my manager said, listen, just show them the sitcom. When you're on stage, do your bits about your kids, your ex-wife, recovery. Show them the sitcom. So I walk on stage, and a guy in the front row looked like Spielberg. I go, look, I don't know if you're Spielberg or not, but I'll blow you just in case. Right?
This is why your fucking career is done.
Yeah.
Right? And then I just did whatever. I killed so hard in Aspen. Me, and these were the people I had to heat. Me, Billy Gardell, and I think Tony Woods. The head of Disney, everything, came up to me and goes, I love you. I don't know what to do with you. Like they always said back then. I don't know what to do with you. And then I had an anxiety attack and went to the hospital one night thinking I was having a heart attack. Because they go, we want you to go on in between. I was killing up there, right? They want you to go on at Wheeler Opera House between Sinbad and before Carlin. We want you to go up in between.
Another fucking Carlin thing you fucked up.
So I'm having the worst anxiety I've ever had. I'm in the dressing room, right? The ambulance comes. Carlin looks at me and goes, don't worry, I had a couple heart attacks. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
They took you out.
I couldn't.
Why?
So anxiety, because what happened was
what the fuck, dude?
I couldn't breathe in Aspen.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe up there.
And I quit smoking, but I started back up 2 weeks before I went there. Then I went skiing with fucking dumb Tom Cotter and his wife. And
why would you do that? Why
they're
would
like
they're white people
skiers on the planet.
Yeah, they're white people from
ski with
Boston.
white
You can't ski. A Jew can't go with white people up a mountain.
They took me to the biggest hill, the Black Diamond. There's no bullshit.
You just heard diamonds.
I know. They took me to the biggest. They're fucking gray skiers, Carrie Louise.
Yeah.
I get halfway down the hill. I have a panic attack. The fucking ski patrol had to come get me.
You fucking
take me down the
you
side
goddamn
of the mountain.
fanook.
They took me down the side of the mountain. They had to stop a downhill race to bring me
No.
down. Yes, on the other
What
mountain.
the fuck? This is
I went back.
And Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise look like the people from the poster for the
Yes,
ski lodge.
but from the 70s.
Yeah.
When white people really ruled the
Sushi
world.
Capstick.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Tom Cotter and his wife, we were in Aruba together. They have 3 boys.
Yeah.
I have a boy. So we became friends. Then my fucking wife started talking to Carrie. And they're like, we're going skiing. And she planned this whole weekend with the Cotters skiing up in Jersey at the
Mount Vernon Valley.
Adventure Park. Remember Adventure Park?
It's Vernon Valley up there.
No, it's called all right, whatever.
Or
but it's
Great
Adventure
Gorge.
Park.
Great Gorge.
Used to be that amusement park place that killed a lot of people, right?
Yeah, they have that dock on it.
So this is where we're going. I don't know. This is called Mountain Creek or some shit now, right? We get up there, dude. I'm 360 pounds. I'm probably. So Dawn got me this outfit that just, it was just black with suspenders. It came up over my tits, and I'm just like, I'm walking. And we get over. I go, I can't. I'm not skiing. She goes, we're gonna snow tube. I'm like, great. We go over there. It rained out the night before.
It rained out. Fat solution,
dude. It rained out the night before, so it's just pure ice.
Yeah.
So we're down in the bottom of this mountain. I look up. It's like 4 levels. It's massive. And I'm like, this is dangerous. She goes, no, we'll be fine. I go, honey, do you understand physics? Like, do you understand like weight, mass, speed? And I'm watching guys come down and just fly past this barrier. And then smaller than me. Buddy, we get up to the top of this mountain. First of all, my wife got in her tube. Max, they left me. I'm up there like, we should think about this. They're like, yeah, whatever. They get in their bye. They left me up there. So I got to go. There's a cunt lady behind me like, are you going or not going?
Terrifying, yeah.
So I get on this tube. I don't fit. My fat ass doesn't fit in the tube.
Oh.
I'm literally just like a cork just sitting on the top of this thing. Hanging over this my stomach, and then I start spinning, like just physics takes it. I just start going. I'm fucking flying. I'm building up momentum by the spin, going down this fucking sheet of ice down a mountain.
Oh man!
I remember I knew I was dead. I knew I was dead. I had so much speed at the bottom, and I hit the mat. They have a mat. I flew past it, and I hit like grass. I passed the snow. And as soon as my tube hit the grass, I hit the air and flew in the air and just landed on my ribs. I broke both my ribs and I was like, hey. My wife's got the video. It's on God. My fucking. It's on
That's
my.
The bit you do
that
right?
video.
That's funny.
That's
amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, dude. It was so nuts, but it was so. I go to the hospital. I go up to the guy. He goes, "You all right?" I'm like, "No, I'm not all right." I can't even speak. My son's like, "Dad, what's up?" I'm like, "What's up, dude?" Trying to make it a cool voice, like rock, like Sammy Hagar. Like, "What's up, man?" Like, "Yeah, man." I go. He goes, "I'm gonna call an ambulance." I go, "Don't put it over here. Have it pick me up behind that house." Because I didn't want my son to see me get into an ambulance and ruin his day.
Right.
I told my wife, I go, "Listen, I'm just gonna go get this. You guys go have fun." And so it's just me and this guy walking behind a house, which looks worse for my son. Just seeing dad going to suck some guy's dick in a mountain.
It'd be hard to suck with the broken ribs.
Well, that's what. So they take me to the hospital. This shit hospital up there. It's like it has drop ceilings like a Dunkin' Donuts, right? And this old black guy kept coming out. We had 4 rooms. I was in the last room, curtain open, and they didn't have a neck thing that fit me, so they just put There was one that was too big, so it just covered my whole head. So I looked like Darth Vader when they took the mask off.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there like this. This old black guy kept coming out with his dick out. Hey, man, I need to get my some stuff. He wiggled his dick and then go back behind the curtain.
What are you talking about? Get out of here.
He going, I need to go get me some stuff. And he just wiggled his dick. And he go back into his room, his little area.
Oh.
And I'm sitting like this. I don't know. This guy he keeps showing his dick. So they come in. They go, listen, you don't have your bruised ribs. Lie. I did have broken ribs. They didn't do an x-ray right. They go, we're going to send you back to the hotel, but there's only 2 cabs. We can call Mike, but if Mike already started drinking, we're going to have to call Kathy. But hopefully Kathy didn't take her meds yet. I'm like, what? So I got Kathy, but she already took her meds. So we stopped for scratch tickets twice. I'm literally in the back of the thing like this. Oh, here it is right here, dude. Is this it?
Yeah, but no sound because the sound
All right,
just a bit.
it's fine. See those little mats? Here you go.
Yeah.
Look at me. Here you go. Ready? That's me. Look at me. I don't even fit in the fucking boom, and I land right on the fucking dirt. Look at that fat fuck took the right there, broke my ribs.
Did it break? 2 of them?
Both of them. Yeah, but those Cotters, and they're
great skiers. They're
Buddy.
skiing on ice with one ski.
They just ski around him, see his body there. They do a loop around. They go, "Hey, looking good out there."
I was in the room for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Just, like ribs. And my son had to go and hang out with Cotter dad Tom Cotter. It was fucking humiliating.
I went to the hospital one night. I was at home, and I couldn't stop pissing. I go, "What the fuck is wrong?" I mean, like nonstop pissing. I go, I got to go to the emergency room.
Right.
So I went to the emergency room. There was a female doctor that night. So they did all the vitals.
Hang on one second. Hey, bring up that. What's the name of that video? Is it offline? It's
No,
nowhere.
I don't have it online.
It's nowhere.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
We're gonna put the video in right here. Well, in before where it is.
So she did all the vitals and stuff. Then she put, 2 fingers on my ass to see check my prostate, right?
How
Yeah.
bad it smelled?
So she put 2 fingers
Did
in
it
my
smell like
ass.
bologna because
Then
you did
she's-
that club?
Then she's washing her hands,
Oh.
and she goes, "I loved you on Last Comic Standing."
No.
And I was mad because I have newer credits.
That would.
Now I'm thinking it's a club owner that goes, "You haven't done anything since
Yeah.
Last Comic."
Buddy, that would have got me hard.
I had a thing where I was pissing a lot, and I lived in Brooklyn. I get very like hypochondriac, and I thought I had got diabetes because I Googled that if you're pissing a lot and I'm overweight.
I mean, you looked in a mirror?
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm overweight. I'm pissing a lot. I probably have diabetes. So I called Patrice because he's the only guy I know who had diabetes.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah. So I,
12 years.
yeah.
18. No.
You called the guy who has diabetes about diabetes.
So I was like freaking out because I didn't want to eat anything because I didn't want to go into a diabetic coma or something. I didn't know what I could do, what I couldn't do.
Right.
You know, I'm like, I got to now learn how to live with diabetes. So I call up Patrice and he's, "Yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got the diabetes now, like you, man." He's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. It's a bitch, man. So let me tell you what to do." And he stays on the phone with me. I don't even remember, but probably like an hour and a half. He just breaks down everything in life with diabetes. And then he's like, "But he's like, so when did you get the diagnosis?" I said, "I didn't. I just looked it up." He goes, "Oh, you got to get it checked out. Go to the doctor when we hang up." And so I hung up. I went to the doctor, and they tested me. They said, "No, you don't have diabetes." So I didn't know how to tell. Patrice kept calling me for days to check in on me. He's like,
And you
"How's
never
it-"
told him?
No, I had to finally tell him, but I was just like avoiding him for days because I was like, he spent so much time giving me all this intimate information about his life and diabetes, and I'm like, I don't know how to break it to him now that I was just, a neurotic
Do you know how he
Jew.
found out he had diabetes?
How?
His girl
Oh, right. I
drank his
remember it
piss.
tasted like
And
birthday
she,
cake.
she goes, "This tastes sweet."
That's right. He told me.
Why did she drink his piss?
Because she's disgusting.
No, she didn't drink a
Yes.
cup of it. No.
What? No, not a cup.
Yeah, he
pissed
told
it-
me about that.
He pissed
That's
on
right.
her. He was into peeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he told me.
Was
He
his
said it
girlfriend-
tasted
Who
like
was that?
birthday cake,
Norton?
he said.
Is his girlfriend?
No. Could you imagine? Could you imagine finding out you have diabetes because your chick was like, "That was pretty good."
Wait, if you have diabetes, your piss is sugary or sweet?
Sweet. Yeah, it tasted like
Holy
birthday cake.
fuck.
And that's how he
What
found-
happens when it burns when you piss?
That means you have AIDS.
I remember I came down here to the olive tree to break it to him that I didn't have diabetes because I was like, I better.
Would you
just
bring him
call
a cake?
And he's like, what's going on, dude? I've been calling you every day. He was so sweet. He was checking in on me every day and like, how's it going with the diagnosis? Leaving me these voicemails. I felt so guilty.
Yeah.
It's like now I have. So I finally go in. I go, "Hey, I got to break something to you." He's like, "What is it?" I said, "I don't have diabetes." He's like, "What? That's what you're breaking to me?" I'm like,
He's happy.
yeah, he was happy. He's like,
It's so funny. You were really close with Patrice.
yeah, we were pretty close.
Yeah, how did you get close with Patrice? Where the fuck, Danny? I'm trying to go back into. Maybe you remember. I'm trying to go back into the, like where I met you or where you came into my life. I know all of a
He
sudden you
roamed
were.
around the village.
I'll
What?
tell you what happened with Patrice. How we became close is, remember I had a magazine, a comedy magazine,
What was it called?
The
Back
Comical.
The Comical.
Right. So I started doing this comedy magazine, and I needed people to write for it. And I was a big fan of Patrice, and I think he was on like the first show I ever did too.
So you sent
like,
him back to school to learn how to read and write?
He couldn't write. He couldn't type.
I know.
So I said, I said, why don't you do an advice column for the magazine, like a Dear Abby, Dear Patrice, because you got like all this great relationship
Yeah.
advice. He's like, I can't type. I said, well, I'll just record it and I'll get someone to transcribe it.
Andrew Schultz.
So, put Andrew to work. So I used to meet him in his SUV in Long Island City, and I'd record him. And Matty Goldberg, again, the comedian from the other story, he would write these questions because the first questions people were sending in were boring. So I'm like, we need better questions. So he'd write better questions, and then I'd read them to Patrice, and he'd just give these tremendous answers, and then we'd turn them into pieces for the magazine. And then we started distributing the magazine in Boston, and his mom got the magazine because she lived out there, and she was so proud of him. And she called him up. She's like, "I'm so proud you're a writer in a magazine and everything." So Patrice, he called me up, and he's like, "You're like my little brother now." He's like, "You made my mom proud of me." Really? Yeah. So like.
So you made you lied to his mom that her little boy learned how to type.
Yeah.
And you just got.
And it was a real magazine.
But that was it. I think that was the
that's
moment.
why people don't like the Jews.
But I mean, he agreed to do it in the first place because he liked me. But I mean, that was the moment when I think we really became close, was because his mom got proud of him from my magazine.
Now let me just go back a little bit. I'll rephrase the question. When did I meet you? Because that's what I asked. I
don't remember. I remember I opened for you a bunch of times.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask about your fucking love story with Patrice, you piece of shit.
Well,
I go, when did we meet?
Okay.
Well, how did we meet? And you
I
went
don't-
to this big fucking thing about
I
Patrice.
know, and plus Patrice was overrated.
Wow. Wow. How can you say that?
Enough of them.
His anniversary of his death was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Really?
I don't fucking.
I know.
Fucking overrated
I'm
asshole.
gonna do another one of his fucking benefits.
I don't.
The 12th one.
I don't do any of
The
it.
18th.
So I don't know when I met you, but at some point out here.
Was it through stand up? No.
Yeah, it was. What do you mean? Was it?
Where?
Where
though?
else?
Where
would I-
were you?
At a barbecue.
You weren't.
I was out tubing one time.
I sat
flew
on you.
past me.
I sat on you, buddy.
What? I don't know. I met you through stand up.
But where though?
I assume we probably did a show together.
You weren't never in at the Cellar, right?
No.
Was it the Boston?
At Boston.
No, you
Yeah,
weren't.
but
in
it's
it?
no, I was over at the the Comedy Village in the Boston. I was there when it was still the Boston. Yeah, probably there.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where the fuck, because I started talking to you, and you were always he's always been doing something before other people did it. You know what I mean? Like the magazine. I remember that magazine.
So do I. But I kind of remember it because it was hardcover, not hard like.
No, it was glossy. It was glossy.
but
It was good. It was a magazine.
Yeah, it was a magazine.
It wasn't a big magazine. It was smaller.
Did you make money off of that?
I never made money off of anything.
That's why you're back.
Wait, what do you do for money now? Like you?
Well, I still do stand-up gigs.
Yeah.
I do a lot of the Jewish ones. Pay pretty
Yeah.
okay.
And you're doing the podcast with Mark.
I do the podcast with Mark Schiff, and
I talked to him on the phone the other day.
Yeah,
I
Mark's
like
the best,
good
man.
guy.
You love L.A. You digging it out there?
Yeah, it took me a long time to adjust because I'm a New Yorker.
You're a New Yorker.
born and raised. But once I got the hang of it, I like it.
What do you
Why
mean the
did
hang
you go
of it?
there? What was
I
the reason?
went there. Ralphie May brought me out there.
Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question and then you ask a question? Don't ask a question over my question, because then he has to choose which question to answer.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right, I'll answer them all.
You're right. I was wrong.
I hate weak Voss. 5 years ago, you would tell me to go fuck my mother.
No, I was wrong.
Go ahead. Bonnie broke you. Go ahead. I can't.
I don't. So what's the question?
I forget.
I want to know. But why did you originally go? Ralphie brought you there.
Ralphie brought me there.
Why?
Well, I was opening for Ralphie a lot on the East Coast. I became
Not
like,
doing that anymore.
yeah.
How come
And,
all your friends are dead?
Why do you think?
I only have fat friends.
So you opened for Ralphie on the East Coast?
Yeah. So Ralphie came and did the podcast, and then we hit it off, and that's actually thanks to Schultz. And I'll tell you, that's the nicest thing I think that Andrew ever did for me was on the way out. We used to follow the guest out with the camera, so
Yeah.
that was Andrew's job.
Yeah, he did it.
So he followed Ralphie to the elevator, and I have the footage of this. And Andrew's talking to him, and he says, "It seems like you really hit it off with Danny in there." And he goes, "Yeah, he's really funny. I like him." And he goes, "You're gonna take him on the road with you? You're gonna have him open for you?" And then Ralphie goes, "I think I might. And Andrew goes, "You should. He's funny." And Andrew did that. And then I got a call from Ralphie, and he says, "I want to give you a shot as an opener." And then for years, I was his East Coast opener.
But wait, Ralphie? That was before Last Comics.
No, after.
Oh, so he was doing
Yeah,
well then.
so we were doing big places and stuff. And so then he'd be like, "Danny Lobell, man, what you doing in New York?" He's like, "You got to come out
That's
to LA."
Ralphie.
Yeah, he's like,
No,
"You
no,
gotta-
that's not
Ralphie.
Andrew.
That's Ralphie.
That's Andrew now, but that was
That's Andrew now.
that's Andrew now, but that was Ralphie back then. Okay, I got it. I'm just making sure.
Danny Lobell, you got to come out. You got to come out to LA. That's where it's at. That's where you can become a star. So I was like, well, I got nothing going on out there. He goes, I'll give you a job. He's like, I'll give you a job. You can make a podcast for me. You know how to do podcasts. He's like, you can still open for me on the West Coast. I'll help you get set up and I'll show you the ropes of LA and everything.
And then he had you walk his dogs.
Yeah, basically. I think I did walk his dog.
Dude, that's what he did to everybody. He tried to do that shit with me.
Who, Ralphie?
He came up to me and he was like, yo, how was he again? Bobby, man, you come on my motherfucking house anytime you want. I don't know. Do a good Ralphie.
I don't do a good Ralphie. But
He goes, you come out my house anytime you want, man.
Anytime
you
you
stay
want.
at my house, use my car.
anytime you want, Jack.
And I was like, like, wow, that's the nicest thing ever. Thank you. He goes, all you do is walk my dogs. I went, go fuck yourself. Fucking walking your
He
dogs.
used to always say to us, stay there. We went out to dinner with him one night at the sushi place. There was
Katana?
sushi from that end of the table. The one I think it was
Right next to the comedy store?
No, I think it was by Berkeley, the Berkeley Center. That was.
Okay, all right.
I mean, this.
He would order, I'd say he
They
didn't
had
order
the-
off the menu. He'd order the menu.
Yeah.
He'd just be
Yeah.
like, I'll take the first 5 pages, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, just so much.
Yeah.
When we were in the house together last comic, it's fucking.
Oh, I forgot you were on.
Yeah, I
last
forgot that
comic
too.
with
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We went to his wedding and stuff. I was friends with Ralphie and
Yeah, he was a
he's
sweet
like-
guy. I
he
mean,
was like
everybody
the
loved
nicest
Ralphie.
guy in the
nicest guy.
I just remember
He
hanging out.
exaggerated
I hung out
so
with
much
you
of it.
and Bonnie and Ralphie and Lana at Greenblatt's one night.
Oh, we
You
did.
remember that?
No. Greenblatt. Wait.
Next to the Laugh Factory, yeah.
Oh, upstairs. Mm-hmm. We were sitting upstairs.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That place closed. It was good. How could that?
Greenblatt's?
place close? Yeah.
The
Is it closed?
Pandemic
Yeah.
shut them down, I think.
Fuck. What's there now? Some nightclub?
There's
or
nothing there now.
something? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That was the only reason to work that club.
Yeah. Great.
I remember
food.
one night Tom Arnold was doing a show that he had his own night. Jamie was giving these people their own nights, these actors or whatever, because they got wind that, as a failed actor, you're not working as much anymore. Just go and fucking do stand up. People will just pay to come see you talk, and you'll make all that money. Of course,
Right.
you'll fucking take up stage time from real comedians and
Right.
weekends from us and all that, and make it harder on everybody. But that's cool. So he had his own night, and they were like, "You should do a show." I got on a show, and he just went up there and looks down and does that fucking, I went to and tells these fucking stories. And the crowd's like, there's like only 20 people there. And they're all like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then he goes, all right, well, they go, you're on. And I go, okay. So I'm waiting there. And he's like, all right, this next guy, reminds me of it. And he just goes off on a tangent for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he just goes, so I fucking left. And I went to Greenblatt's and ordered soup because the soup was great.
Yeah.
And I'm eating my soup. They go, he's bringing you up right now. I go, well, what do you want me to fucking do? I was hungry. And I went back over there and he's still talking. And he goes, where were you? I go, I don't know. When you bring somebody up, you bring them up. You don't fucking wait 10, 20 minutes. He goes, it wasn't that long. I go, fuck you, it wasn't. And I got on stage. I go, it was ridiculous what he did to the
Got
crowd.
a soup.
And they were like, dude, I just fucking hated
Were
that.
you living there then?
No, I lived in L.A. for 2 years when I booked a pilot
Yeah.
in 99 to 2000. And then I hated the fucking phoniness that you needed to have to deal with people on a daily basis. Because, he can do that stupid shit to you because he's Tom Arnold.
Well, that's what.
And you have to take it because you don't know what Tom Arnold can do to you. And you don't know what who Tom Arnold knows. And you don't know how fucking far down the... So now you're on an audition, you get the part, and then they go, oh, I'm friends with Tom. He told me you're a fucking dickhead. But you never know what... There's all these tendons in L.A.
Yeah,
that are connected.
It gets
I was.
weird, yeah.
I was headlining.
I remember... I'm not going to mention his name. Because
I
I've
was
done it before.
headlining-
He fucking...
Oh,
hang on
go
one sec. I worked with this guy, and him and Margaret Cho, and they treated me like shit.
No, Margaret's so nice. Go ahead.
Now, because they're fucking... Wait, a lot of people get nice when their career goes... Listen,
ahead.
this is at the peak of her fucking fame, and I get it. Fame does weird things. But I'm just a kid trying to do a college, and I'm on a college with them.
Just a kid
We-
whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
So funny. I thought you were going to do a more contemporary song, but I forgot how old you are. So
So you were just a kid.
Well, anyways, I'm doing this college. We're in the van. They don't even talk to me. We're in the van going to college. It's him, Margaret, and her other opener, and me. The college hired for me. They wanted me,
Right.
solo, but they wanted her to. And they ignored me, man. Did they fucking tell me to suck my dick? They wanted, and then
Who was the other
and then I
person?
wound up
Dawn?
being killed. And then they came in. Oh my God, you were very fun. Okay, thank you, but it's a little too late now because I'm from Boston and I've already fucking written you off. I have vengeance and revenge at my heart at that point, right? Whatever. Anyways, that dude who was there, I met him in L.A. later. Hey man, I was like, hey buddy, yeah. Hey, do I know you? Yeah, dude, we did a gig. Oh yeah, blah blah. We talked, blah blah. Happened again. Hey man, do I know you? Yeah, we did a gig with blah blah blah, and we met. Oh yeah. That was yeah. Okay, fourth time sitting at Dublin's.
Oh, I bombed.
Hey man, I go. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
If I know you, you fucking know me. That's how it works. We've met 5 times. I'm not doing this scene study class with you, fuckface. But everybody there thought I was the asshole, which I wasn't in reality.
Yeah.
Right.
But in LA, if you call somebody out on their shit, you're an aggressive piece of ass shit, and that's why they hate New York people.
I fucking was headlining the Improv a weekend. It was mine. And I think Saturday, I don't know, I guess I was doing 1 and 2 shows or one, I don't know, whatever it was. Fucking Michael Richards comes in and they put him on.
He screams up on the balcony.
No, they're there! He does 25 minutes of just staring at him.
I know.
And now my time is cut from 40, to like 20 minutes to headline. And this fucking guy goes up and just, because who he was.
Right.
This was before all the, colored stuff. But
I'm sorry.
it was
you can't say. You can't say that.
what?
You can't say that too.
Oh,
You can't listen to me. You can't say that also.
oh, sorry.
He's educating you.
Oh, all right.
He's get him up to speed.
My lord.
Yeah.
Actually, you might be grandfathered in.
I can't. My first one,
God
my grandson's black. My daughter married a black guy. All right, so don't. I grew up in an all-black neighborhood in Princeton. All right.
What does that mean? You can say you have an N-word pass?
No, I don't say that. Are you kidding me?
No, not on a podcast.
No, I mean it depends how much money I got on the game.
Run faster. Listen. Yeah, I guess
I was just fucking around.
but here's the thing. Right when did you leave New York? Why did you leave this town? Because of Ralphie?
Yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah. And then he went and died.
Your fucking gold mine died.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, first
Did
he
he leave you
kinda
anything?
spiraled, and then
Did
he
he leave
died.
you? He spiraled?
Well, his marriage was falling apart. He was doing a lot of drugs, and
mad.
yeah. Then we weren't talking for a little while. Then we finally started talking again, and then he died.
Why weren't you talking?
I got into an issue with his wife. It's not even an interesting story, but
Right.
Well, since when? I mean,
I'll tell you. But
why
I mean,
start now?
so I
Spill
was
the
doing
tea.
I was doing the podcast for them. At,
Now, I want you to tell you Patrice story again.
Yeah.
So he didn't type. So I had a white person type for him. And then
His mom loved me. His mom shed a tear.
his mom.
I'm sorry for being sentimental.
Oh, my boy can type. I never saw it coming, but the Lord answered my prayers. My boy put a typewriter in front of him, and he typed out a whole article about eating pussy and pissing on bitches. Why you gotta keep the bitch down?
I say one word, but yeah, you can get away with.
I was doing a character.
Hit the bell.
I was doing a character, an
You
old
were- you
Southern
said-
man.
Southern.
You tell Danny, I say thank you, because my boy wrote an article on how to grab a bitch by the elbow and teach her who the fuck is who and walk her out of that mall when she's looking at other dick.
It's, by the way, you can't do the. I tried to do the Southern voice one time. I was in a Tesla showroom with my brother, and I was trying to do the Foghorn Leghorn from Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
How's that go?
But it just came off like I was trying to. The guy showing us the car was black.
Oh, no.
And I was trying to do the Foghorn Leghorn, like
What, the guy
I
showing-
say.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. I say, it's a chicken hawk.
And my brother's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's Foghorn Leghorn from the Looney Tunes." And the guy was getting really offended. He's like, my brother just walked out of the dealership. I had to follow him out, and I'm like,
I say, this test is too much money.
I say it's too much money.
I say, you don't even need a key for this motherfucker.
I'm like, no, it's the chicken.
It's the chicken hawk.
Yeah, and the guy's looking at me like horrified, and I'm saying, no, it's a Southern voice.
Yeah, well, it is a Southern voice.
It is a Southern voice.
It's a Southern.
I was trying to do a Southern voice.
Right.
Well, I mean,
I was doing Patrice's mom.
yeah, okay, I get
I
it.
didn't know you did. What you said was racist.
I wasn't. I didn't say anything racist.
Well, yeah, you did. You said a word you're not supposed to say anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So-
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Buddy, it's all right.
Well, I
Don't worry
did,
about
but I didn't
it.
realize.
Oh, that's gonna be the clip.
Voss, say what you said this weekend at Comedy Connection. Your opening line.
Oh
Why?
no, nah. Forget it. It's so stupid. First of all,
What was it?
there was a African American, Afro American.
Why does it sound more racist?
Sounds way worse.
Why does it sound
Yeah.
way worse coming out of you? Just say black guy.
The black guy host.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There you go. That's better.
He goes an Afro-American.
An Afro transit. What?
He was hosting,
Uh-huh.
and then Danny went up and said,
I go up after him and go, "Wow, 2 black comics in a row. What are
"Yeah,
the
he
odds?"
pretended he was black. He
Mm-hmm.
goes 2 black comics in a row."
Right, I get it.
Then a white girl goes up and goes, "Look at that, 3 black comics in a row."
Okay.
Then I walk up and I go, "Let's have a big hand for all the colored comics."
You're in Boston. It's going to murder.
Robin.
Yeah, Boston's going to carry you out on their shoulders.
No,
This
black-
cocksucker's fucking one of ours. Fucking go Celtics.
Knicks beat the Celtics
I
fucking
know.
last night.
Crazy. What a
No,
game.
And I heard the Celtics were up by 20 points. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I did. I watched the end of it. It was crazy. So now you moved to LA.
Yeah,
What is this? This is your life?
it's like Charlie
No,
Rose.
because I'm
know.
very
It's your life.
I'll tell you why. I'm very interested in because you moved to LA and stayed, Dan.
Yeah,
I didn't think you'd stay.
yeah. I remember.
And then you stayed, and then you
I
got
didn't know you left.
you got a girl. And then you got a girl, and then you got a pregnant.
I brought her with me.
Yeah,
I
you-
saw Keith Robinson at the Improv like 2 months into being in LA, and he's like, "You're not gonna last here."
You said that?
Yeah. He goes. He's like, "You're too good for this town." I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "I'll be here." He goes, I'll give you 3 more months, and you'll be back in New York."
I think you
But
threw in
that voice
part.
like stayed in my head. I was like, because I wanted to leave a lot. I'm like, nah, I got to prove Keith wrong.
Yeah, but why don't you come home?
Well, yeah.
I mean, you know what? You proved him right in the long run. You didn't make it.
You have a house. You rent.
I rent a house.
You
yeah.
rent?
I rent a house.
A house?
Yeah.
Where?
Beverlywood.
Is that a good area?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be a.
What do you have?
to
Like
rent.
you have like somebody die and leave you some money?
No.
How are you making money, Danny?
I first of all, I don't have a lot of money. I'm month to month on everything.
All right, month to month.
Yeah, but gigs.
Because you're one of the fucking dudes who is always doing the newest, latest, and greatest, coolest thing, and then you stop doing it.
Yeah. You want to throw him some cash?
Yeah, you got anything for me?
Yeah, we'll figure it out after.
Throw him something.
We'll buy him a shawarma. I think that's worth more than cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're doing a
many
podcast,
kids
me
you
and
have?
Mark Schiff now. That's going really good.
Yeah.
You got 3 kids?
You got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any grandkids yet?
No, not yet.
What the
No,
fuck
I
you
have
talking
great-
about? He had him a couple years ago.
Yeah, my
No, I
oldest
thought
is
the
5.
kids. Oh,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
We do.
3 kids in L.A.
Yeah.
Do you have a car?
Yeah.
No, he takes the
Does
bus.
your wife work?
Yeah. She's a writer.
Okay, writer for TV.
No, she's a freelance journalist.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit! So she has a job.
Like, well, no, that's not really a job. It's freelance.
I just
Yeah,
said
she's
that. I don't know
sending-
what the fuck that
Job
means.
means you're not freelance.
Yeah,
I
John,
don't know what it
going
means. I
to
don't
the
know.
place. She's just sending shit in, hoping it gets
Yeah.
picked up.
Is
Yeah.
she the one who wrote for Patrice? Oh lordy, lordy! You got to read the new article that my boy put out: how to shit on a woman's chest and not get her mad. She'll be happy you done did it.
I have a clip. I found recently, and I put it up on YouTube of me filming Patrice in his SUV doing these questions. It's so funny. I just put it on YouTube.
What's your YouTube?
Just my name. You want to pull it up?
Yeah, but say it so the people listen.
Okay. I think it's Danny
What do you
Lobell
mean
or
You know your name?
I don't know, but it might be
I don't like
Daniel.
you
I
made
don't
me
know.
look like an asshole when you were just stalling for time, you piece of shit.
I don't. I'll look it up.
Have your fucking little young assistant look it up.
How did you get this little chicken hawk? Where'd
It
you
might be
find him?
Daniel. Let me see.
Now, where'd you find this fucking magician?
He looks like that actor. I can't think of his name. The Jewish guy.
It looks like Quentin Tarantino if he was retarded.
No. No. You don't have to laugh that loud. Bobby can't help you.
I can't help you. Why are you here? You came in for wings.
I came here to say hi to Danny because I'm a big fan of his other podcast partner and the message they
who?
carry. Mark
Mark
Schiff.
Chip.
What is the message you carry?
They're pro-Jews.
Yeah.
Well, they're Jewish.
Yeah, but there's a lot of house Jews.
not doing podcasts.
What's that?
Are they doing podcasts?
You have a podcast.
Yeah, we have a podcast.
No, the house Jews. Can I
Oh
say
yeah,
that?
there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's
house
a lot
Jews.
of house Jew podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. What's going on with the Jews is nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We always win in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What's that? That's Howard Stern's fucking symbol.
No, it isn't. That's from the
100% Howard
That's from
Stern's
the
symbol.
JDL years
That's
ago.
Howard Stern's
Howard
logo
stole
on
it.
Sirius XM.
This is fucking from
Dude, he's
Meyer
Jewish.
Kahane.
Dude,
He's half Jewish.
All right, whatever, but that's Howard Stern's logo you have on your phone. I swear to
He is
God,
half Jewish.
that's Sirius
Just the way you
XM's
said it.
logo.
He's half.
Yeah, he's a half.
What do you got? Okay, so it's Daniel. Oh no, it's at
Bring up
Danny.
Howard
It's Danny.
Stern's logo.
At Danny Lobell is the YouTube
At Danny Lobell's YouTube. Okay,
Yeah.
you got to check it out. Will you send me that video?
of the Patrice.
Yeah, no, of your comic thing?
Yeah, I'll find that.
I mean, to go up on an
Pull up that Patrice thing. I want you to see that. That's
Okay, yeah.
really funny.
Yeah, pull this. Can we pull it up?
Yeah.
Uh,
The advice column video?
Yeah, and then just fast forward past me explaining what it is, and just get right to Patrice.
All right, here we go.
That's me explaining it.
We get that that's you.
Yeah.
We're looking right at your fucking face right now. All
Here, watch this.
right, here we go.
I can't hear it.
It's coming. Relax.
You got to rewind it a little more, I think, though. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Hit it from there.
All right, here go. Play it. Play the volume.
How's he driving with no legs?
You need volume, guys. Pause it.
All right.
Click it. Pause it.
I thought this was a professional
I
operation.
don't know what to tell you, dude.
This is some bootleg shit.
No, because when we put this stupid thing up, they can't see the TV, and the other one can't help the other one. It's just a fucking nightmare. Can you just fucking fix it?
I don't like your friend's face.
Speaks English.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Married.
Here, rewind it.
There's
Rewind it
just
to the
something
beginning.
about-
Right
Dear
there.
Patrice, I have a crush on this Asian lady who works at the local taco restaurant. She barely speaks English, and who knows if she's married. There is just something about her, though. Is she worth the time? And what do I say?
Worth the time to do what? Like, first of all, how the do I? How do you ask me? What do I say? Bitch, I don't speak Chinese. No, she's not worth the time. You gotta teach some potentially third world married Chinese bitch that don't speak English how to do what? Stop watching so much television. What do you think they're gonna be reaching for the taco at the same time? And is that what happened? They both touched the soft tortilla at the same time and caught eyes. This time with that romanticism. Oh, she doesn't speak English. She could be married, and I don't speak Cambodian. Idiot. Yeah, I went to Africa and I met a bitch in the jungle, and I felt like I was back home, but she didn't speak anything. She sharpened her teeth so they all look like shark's teeth, and she wears a plate in her lip. There's something about her. Out of here, man.
That's it.
Leave
Cut it
that
from
Chinese taco making bitch alone. Get yourself a life.
Oh, if I was his mom, I'd
the
be so
magazine,
proud.
yeah. That was
There it is, the
magazine.
comical. Yeah, Lewis Black, Jackie Mason, Patrice O'Neill, comedy from Dove Davidoff,
Yeah.
He's
Veronica
funny.
Mosley, Gianni.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is
You remember Gianni Mondleone?
No,
He killed that fucking CEO.
that's not him, dum dum. Look at me. I love that you put new glossy issue.
Because that was that. Gianni was like the king of the New York Comedy Club when I started, and it was like just a few guys. Oh, Greg Rogel was there all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you good Greg Rogel stories if you want. There was an Asian guy from Japan there called Rio, and he could barely speak any English, but Al Martin would give him stage time if you bring the buckets of ice up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So he's talking to Rogel at the bar one time, and he's going, Greg, tell me how I get agent. And Greg's going, you want an Asian, buddy? You are an Asian. What do you need an Asian for? He goes, no, I want agent. He goes, I already told you are Asian. What do you? No, agent. He just kept going until the guy gave up and left.
Wait, is that the whole story?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It was a quick one.
It wasn't bad.
It
wasn't
wasn't judge
bad.
his fucking story.
Well, he said a great Greg Rogel
Just
story.
let those Rogel was.
I've been too nice this whole podcast. Both of you guys are getting on my fucking nerves with your stupid, why do you move? I miss you. Fuck off. Jerk off.
But anyway, that was.
Well, are you taking testosterone?
No, but I was told to.
You should.
Who
told you that? Your wife?
No.
Why don't you get your tea up, you fucking fanook?
First of all, the closest we come is when I go to her. We're gonna have sex tonight, but we don't do it. But I say it.
Yeah.
I say. But no, I was told I should do it from my wellness coach.
You should. You should get your tea back up.
I should probably take it too.
I fucking did stem cell, and now I'm doing the BPC.
Why did you guys shut the AC off? So we stopped the episode?
It was blowing on Voss's camera and then moving his camera, and then it was shaking.
So what?
He did get
So
hot
what?
there.
It looks really bad on camera.
By the way, my story with Rogel would have been better with air conditioning.
100%. He wouldn't have been so annoyed, and he told us all to fuck off because he's hot.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It
Danny,
wasn't a bad story, but I wouldn't have said, "Hey, I got a good story."
is the podcast you do about being Jewish?
No, it's but we are Jewish and we're very proudly Jewish and
They're warriors.
Yeah.
What?
They're warriors. They're not house Jews.
That's a warrior?
You could.
You guys are going to lose.
First of all,
Listen, man.
you don't have to be on the front line. You don't have to be on the front line.
Buddy,
These guys carry the message.
the message. He ain't carrying shit. He's eating
He's
it.
carrying himself.
You got to carry this much weight. That's strong.
You look
build a lot
good.
of
Don't
muscle.
let him.
Yeah.
Don't let him fucking point a finger because he's pointing three back at himself.
He's a former fat guy himself. So
Former.
Yeah, well,
Look at the size of his head.
Why? This is the thing he's doing. He's saying my head's big.
It's getting bigger.
Is my head getting big, Danny?
No.
You're a fucking idiot.
Thank you.
You know what? I hope you guys lose the war.
That ain't gonna happen. Fucking right now.
Will you stop? I was kidding. Please don't go into this.
No,
right
fucking
now.
fucking Pakistan and India, the fucking Muslims in Pakistan, a terrorist attack in India killed 30 fucking tourists.
There's a
Now,
billion people. It's nothing. It's a blip. Doesn't even matter.
It's not, but they were tourists.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, dude,
Then
you know,
again,
you
who's
did
going
him
on
a favor.
vacation?
You ever go over there? You ever see the food over there?
this guy over here, Guy Noel. I became friends with him because of the podcast that I'm doing, and he's getting bullied at NYU for being Jewish, and he heard my podcast, and that's how we became friends.
What are you doing about it?
Hey, get over on the mic. They can't hear
Yeah,
you.
come on the mic, guy.
Come over here.
Come here.
Share? Yes, right there. Just
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, even it's final season this last semester, and we're all supposed to get, it's finals. You're supposed to go to the library study. The pro-Palestinian protesters, they're blocking off the library. You can't get in there.
Right.
So I'm trying to get in,
Yeah.
and they can kind of figure it out. And they kind of just
How?
Just my face. They know I'm a Jew.
because you look like German propaganda.
Yes.
You can't get.
You look like a
there's
pamphlet
no
from back
police
in the
on-
day.
So that's the craziest part. So I'm like, excuse me, can I get through? And they just start screaming, "You fucking genocide enabler! You fucking."
But can't you just go, hey, bro, I believe in Jesus?
Well, no, I was just like, hey, calm down, fuck off.
Can't you just say, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name? Come on, brother. I do it on Sundays, not Saturdays, cocksucker. Let me in.
They're into another group.
I just look like this.
Why do you can't bring mace?
No. Then they pushed this chick pushed me, and I just kind of went whoa, and and the security guard grabbed me and then escorted me inside and was like,
Oh, hey, warrior, what did you do when you got pushed? Whoa. Why do you do this? I'm very wobbly.
Couldn't they just
I just
slide
wanted
you under
Chick-fil-A.
the door?
They just grabbed me and pushed me through. And
The cops did.
Yeah, they just like going.
Fuck these fucking.
And then they sealed all the entries. We had to sneak out of the back at the.
You had to sneak out of your own college.
Yeah, you had to
How much?
sneak
And
out
it's
the back
expensive.
because They were surrounding.
And
the
what
entire
college is
library.
this?
NYU, right here.
Yeah,
And-
literally.
And it's expensive to go there.
It's really
He should get his
expensive.
money back.
It's
That's what
atrocious.
You can't. You should get your money back.
Sue 'em.
It's atrocious. It's
You should get your money back.
Fucking these
I mean, it
colleges
falls in the.
little-
I mean, you kind of fall into the stereotype. That
But they're crazy. Like that. One time we were doing.
They're white fucking privileged kids that no. Ask any of them when was the 6-Day War. They would have no fucking idea.
don't know any of
Ask
the
any-
information.
They don't know the fact that Israel has almost
Oh, gee.
saved fucking
Okay, Voss,
Syria.
Voss.
Saved Syria. Got Assad out of Syria. If it wasn't for Israel, weakening Iran's military, fucking Assad would still be in Syria, fucking gassing his people. All right, but these fucking jamokes don't know it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Next. What?
Anyway,
what?
what?
The Joe DeRosa.
Hey, what do you think about the?
Oh yeah, they would like that stuff.
What's
What
that?
do you think about the P Diddy situation? No, I'm
What am I
kidding. I'm
supposed to
kidding.
think?
Wait, what's what?
was trying to
Rosie-
change-
He wants me to tell you a story about what, years ago when I prank called Joe DeRosa.
Oh.
And Joe still doesn't know it was me. I got to tell him.
Stop this.
But I called him up as a black comic from Philly named Beefy Jackson.
Wait a minute. Stop. Do you have this recorded somewhere?
No,
You
this
idiot.
was never recorded. But
Why? All right, where'd it go?
But my buddy Matty Goldberg was with me. We were living we were roommates in Brooklyn. So he
Can
was
we
on the
reenact
floor.
it? Can I be Joe and you be?
Well, I'll tell you the whole thing. I said Joe had it. He was just starting to pop, and he got a night.
What?
Well,
Wait a minute. Stop. What? When was Joe hasn't popped?
I didn't say it continued. I just said it was starting.
Yeah, it started. Never
That
came to
fucking
fruition.
hunchback hack. If he's not ringing a bell in the tower, he's making a sandwich.
All right,
So
tell
he
the
got it.
story.
They gave him a night at Caroline's, the
Right.
book. So I said to Matty, I'm gonna call DeRosa and I'm gonna pretend to be a black comic from Philly and try and get on his Caroline show. So I call him up. I'm like, "Hey, Joe DeRosa, you know it's me, Beefy Jackson, from Philly." He goes, I don't know if I remember you. I go, "Oh, you don't know if you remember me, huh? You don't remember me now?" Like, it's like that. Even after I gave you stage time, after you said, "Beefy man, I'm gonna go to New York. If I get some stuff, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be there for you. We brothers." And then Joe got like a little nervous. He goes, "No, I do remember you now."
Fucking shoulderless, spineless cocksucker.
He goes, "Yeah, I remember you now, Beefy." I said, "Okay, so I see you got a show at Caroline's. I'm on a Greyhound bus right now. I'm coming up to New York. You gonna hook me up or what? I also need a place to crash." He was getting more and more nervous, and he was like trying to figure out how to get out of this thing. He's like, I'm going to have other shows. I'm going to have other opportunities. My first show at Caroline's, I really don't have that much power of. Oh, I don't have much power over the lineup. Oh, okay, I get what it is, Joe. I get what it is. Like, you gonna play me like that? Tell me you can't put people on your own show? It said Joe DeRosa and friends, but I guess we're not friends anymore, huh? So, no, we're still friends, Beefy.
I told you, baby. What a fucking piece of.
I should call him now. And see if it's a dude in the.
See if it's so
in the
lost.
Calm right
studio
now.
wants to talk.
Calm
to you.
right
Yes.
now and see if he picks up. But you have to go. Yo, it's Beefy
Yeah,
Johnson.
it's Beefy Jackson
Hold on.
from Philly. But this is like 20 years ago. I doubt he'll remember.
He'll
I'll
remember.
remember.
All right, let's see.
All right.
Let's see if
Oh
he
God,
answers.
will you hurry up? Put it on speakerphone. Put it on speakerphone. Oh, there you go.
Shit, he's probably cutting onions. Oh yeah.
Between the two of you guys, nobody takes your calls.
I mean, we have
He
finished.
never, but Dross has never answered once.
If I call my wife right now, she wouldn't pick up. Rosa stinks.
Oh.
Anyway,
Stinks.
yeah, I had him going for a long. Maddie was like on the floor. I remember, I just had him going for a long time, just squirming, trying to figure out how to deal with this guy. I'm on a Greyhound right now. What am I gonna do when I get there? I don't know, man. You should have told me before you booked it.
Ah, fuck. He stinks. He's probably trying to fucking open micer in Austin. He pushed me in a voicemail. You piece of shit. All right, we got to go to Patreon right now. Danny,
Oh,
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't.
shut up. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Danny, Rich Vos, where you going to be? We got your dates right up here.
I got a
Arlington
new
Draft
booking
House.
agent.
You got a new chicken agent?
New booking. This
Oh.
weekend I'm at the Arlington Draft House.
Yeah.
Then I got, what else coming up?
You're at the stand.
No, I'm
Uncle
not.
Vinny's.
Uncle Vinny's.
Yeah.
I'm at the
Bananas.
Patrice Benefit.
Yeah.
Bananas. I'm Ocean City doing a casino.
Yeah.
Just go to richvoss.com. I just got to fill 2 weeks in July and I'm set.
Will you stop? Nobody cares about your filling dates. I'm not your agent or your manager. Shut
I
the
got
fuck
those.
up.
I got those weeks for you.
Go to punchup.live / Robert Kelly for all my dates. I got San Diego, of
What
course.
are you doing at Parks Casino?
I'm doing a show.
By yourself?
Yes.
Get out of here.
What the
That's so
fuck?
cool.
You're a piece of shit.
That's so cool.
You're a jealous,
Can I open?
envious piece
I am
of
very.
shit.
Can I open?
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because I don't want you.
Oh.
No, I don't want
What
you
is
there.
it? Let me see if I'm open.
No, I don't.
Maybe.
You're not coming.
I'm coming.
You're not coming. I used to live in Ben Salem too.
Did
Of
you?
course, I'm doing the dojo on the 6th and the
Best
7th.
place.
It's the best. So please get your tickets for that. And Danny,
I'm
where can
open.
where
I'm
can
on my way to Ocean
I
City.
don't care.
I'm going to Ocean City
I
the
never
next
want to
night.
talk to you again.
It's on my way.
I hate you.
And we'll play dice together.
Listen, from the river to the sea. Danny, what do you have?
I'm here in New York this week. I'm doing the Broadway Comedy Club tomorrow night.
How did
3
you
shows.
get that?
he didn't get it. Beefy Jackson got
Baby
it.
Jackson got it.
No, motherfucker, I'm coming in the mouth.
Coming into damn mother. So I go. I'm there, and then I'm stand up New York on Saturday night. I'm at the Oceanside Jewish Center on the 8th,
Oy.
and in Oceanside, Long Island.
Yeah.
And then I got stuff up in L.A. But
Go to his website. What's your website?
DannyLobell.com.
Go to his
Go check
website.
out the podcast. That's we think it's funny. And the thing I wanted to promote is I got a special up on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
I want people to see.
No shit.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to be here. I mean, no, I want to see you, obviously.
Gee, I
but,
thought you were
know.
coming to say hi. You fucking Hollywood hunk of shit.
Where did you shoot it? Where'd you
In Spain. I did
Where?
in Spain, in Barcelona.
This is why this kid is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
We have nothing
You
to
like
do with
it,
Barcelona.
because I went, I'm a Sephardic Jew, so I went back I wanted to do something where I kind of trace my ancestry. So I did I was going to do a special and then a companion documentary about exploring the Jews of Spain and stuff.
Yeah.
But then we wound up just making it into one thing where we cut between the special and the doc.
Yeah.
And so it's called Reconquistador. And I went to Spain. I did an hour in Barcelona at a little theater.
Great.
And I go back and forth between that and going around all the Jewish sites in Spain and tracing where my family came from.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
All right, well, listen, you, man, check it. I mean, listen, I've loved this guy for a long time. I'm so excited you came into town. Come back in anytime you're in town.
I love you too.
Come back on. Rich Vos.
He doesn't like the love. He can't handle
He
it.
sucks because he has no love in
Can't
his life.
stand the idea of
Because
love.
he's from back in the day when there was no love between men. Danny, guys, what do you got?
And to see my family in
Shut
Russia.
up. What do you got?
I did a little special in Russia. Right,
Danny, will you shut up and let them give their
they grew
plugs?
up on Martin Luther King Boulevard in Russia. Right outside of check cashing.
Danny, what do you got?
Follow me on Instagram at Danny Braff, and I'm gonna be headlining at the Port Comedy Club in Baltimore on May 25th. Come see.
Oh, cool.
You're headlining at the.
Yeah, give a quick shot.
I'm actually
for you.
canceling my shows now
What,
that you're a headliner.
Jump
They
in
have
here.
they have a breakfast show.
Let's get the kid on for a second to
Go
give
ahead.
a shout.
I
right.
give a
You
shout.
can see me at St. Mark's Comedy Club tomorrow at 7:30 and 9:30, and
Yeah.
you can see me opening for Danny on Thursday.
There you go. But you can't see him at the library at his college because he's a Jew.
He can't get in.
You can't get in there. What do you got? What do you got, Joe?
This is Bill Cosby, you see. You need to go to the YouTube, Rudy Theo, type in the cheese show, you see.
Hey, do you know Beefy Johnson?
Beefy Jackson.
I
Beefy
used
Jackson.
to bring the Beefy Jackson on the road with me,
The
you
Beefy
see.
Jackson got me banned from the Eastville Comedy. Remember Eastville Comedy Club? I
Yeah.
got banned for life from that because I pranked them as Beefy Jackson. And I said, "This is Chris Tucker's road manager, Beefy Jackson." I said, "My boy Tucker want to come in tonight, do some time. Y'all got time for Chris? Rush Hour 3 Tucker?" And they're like, "Oh my God, we love Chris Tucker here at the club. We have a picture of him up and everything." I don't care if you have a picture. I said, you got time for Chris Tucker? And they said, yeah. How long does he want to do? We could give him 15 or 20. I said, this is Chris Tucker. You don't do no motherfucking 15 minutes. He's a movie star. They said, well, how much time does he want? I said, Tucker do an hour and a half minimum. Minimum. So I said, if you want Tucker at the club, they said, well, we'd have to bump all the other comics off the lineup, but we could make it happen. I said, I don't care what you got to do. You want Chris Tucker, you do what you got to do. That's your business. So they said, oh, okay, great. He can have the whole show then. And then I started feeling bad because I didn't want to lose everybody their spots. And it was New Year's Eve. And
oh, my God.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So then I backtracked and I go, all right, so I wouldn't bump anybody just yet because y'all know it's New Year's Eve and Tucker like to party. And Tucker party hard. And a lot of time he black out right on the dance floor. I said, so he going to be out dancing before we come, and he might just fall down black out on the floor. He might not even show up. But they said, oh, but, I said, but if he do show up, he's doing an hour and a half, minimum. So anyway, so we saw they put out like a tweet or something that said, you might want to rush hour over to the Eastville tonight. We have a very special guest. We can't say who it is.
Oh, no.
And then all these people comics were saying, oh, yeah, I heard Chris Tucker's coming down to the Eastville. So I told somebody, I said, yeah, it's actually me. And then they told the
they
owner,
ratted you out?
Yeah.
Then a bunch of people thought they showed up and Chris Scopo and Danny Lobell. All right,
So,
Zach, what do you got?
Just follow me on Instagram, please, at Zachary Unlimited. Thank you.
All right, guys, that's our show. We're going to go right to Patreon right now. If you're not a member of Patreon, go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly. We have a few questions from you guys. You can only do that, and you get the episode for free, and you get an episode right out there. Hang on, Danny. Don't fuck me up. You get an episode for free, and you get the episodes early on patreon.com/Robert Kelly. You guys are the best fans in the world. And what do you got, Danny?
I just was going to say the special's on Amazon. I never said where
You did say that.
Oh, I did say that.
Amazon. Go check out his special on Amazon.
Can't keep-
Very funny.
And we'll see you guys next time on You Know What, Dude?